Harry and Meghan Markle's downfall seems to be imminent and is a result of their own actions. Even Spotify dropped them. No one else in the industry seemed interested in picking them up. This is a stark contrast to other popular shows that were dropped and immediately picked up by another network. It's clear that Harry and Meghan's downfall was preventable, but they failed to take the necessary steps to ensure their success. Want to know what went wrong? Then stay tuned to the end of the video. But before we begin, please remember to press the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and show your support by liking and sharing the video. And with that said, let's start. Harry and Meghan have always portrayed themselves as victims of the media, blaming the royal family, the British press, and even a bee that stung them. However, it's now becoming evident that they're the victims of their own choices. A recent article in the Wall Street Journal delves into how their projects never came to fruition, how they were difficult to work with, and how they demanded last-minute changes to their programs. It's clear that they are not working effectively, and as a result, Spotify dropped them and Netflix is likely to follow suit. They find themselves adrift in the Hollywood industry with no projects to their name. This is a significant blow to their reputation and will be an uphill battle for them to recover. Additionally, their public separation and the direction that they are each heading in suggests that their marriage may not be far behind. The Wall Street Journal article highlights 4 key reasons that Harry and Meghan's failure. Firstly, their delusions of grandeur have hindered their success. According to the article, Harry and Meghan weighed in on edits, though at times were overruled. People involved in the project said following up has proven difficult. Their second Netflix video project, a docuseries called Live to Lead about global leaders and activists, failed to reach the streamer's list of top 10 shows. They believe they could transform themselves into Hollywood power players without recognizing the importance of hard work and talent. Secondly, they failed to notice general business trends and did not treat their ventures as a matter of life or death. This lack of dedication ultimately led to their downfall. Thirdly, their work ethic is appalling. They took 6 months off after the birth of their daughter, despite having all the resources and support they needed to continue working. Their laziness and lack of commitment are evident in their inability to produce successful projects. The article says the audio company's executives grew frustrated with the amount of time it took Archewell to conceptualize an idea for Meghan's podcast and to assemble a production team. Finally, their lack of creativity is a major contributing factor to their failure. They're not talented in this industry, and their micromanaging tendencies prevent them from recognizing and nurturing creative talents in others. As the article elaborated, Archewell didn't make good on all of the terms of the Spotify deal, which included each of the Sussexes voicing and being directly involved in a podcast. Harry, in particular, struggled to land on an idea. Harry and Meghan have squandered every opportunity they had in Hollywood. Their entitlement and lack of work ethic have cost them dearly. The recent Wall Street Journal article sheds light on their inability to bring their projects to fruition and their demanding and difficult behavior. It's clear that no one is interested in working with them, and they only have themselves to blame. It will be a challenging road ahead for Harry and Meghan to recover from this utter downfall. They clearly thought they could replicate the success of shows like Emily in Paris and Heartstopper, but Netflix saw through their lack of creativity and rejected their proposals. It's clear that Harry and Meghan have no original ideas or the ability to create compelling content that resonates with audiences. Furthermore, the article highlights the lack of direction and leadership within Archewell, the couple's production company. Employees and associates of Archewell claim that the company often lacks direction and that Harry and Meghan seem surprised by the amount of work required to finish entertainment projects. This further emphasizes their incompetence and inability to navigate the entertainment industry. It's evident that Harry and Meghan's foray into Hollywood has been a major flop. Despite their initial big-ticket deals with Netflix and Spotify, they've failed to produce successful shows that have faced more cancellations and rejections than accomplishments. Their lack of creativity, work ethic, and understanding of the industry has been their downfall. Clearly, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's Hollywood dreams have turned into a nightmare. Their attempts to establish themselves as producers and create compelling content have fallen flat. Their lack of talent, creativity, and understanding of the industry has led to a series of failures and disappointments. It's clear that the couple's old Hollywood venture is a major flop, and it remains to be seen if they can salvage their reputations and find success in the entertainment industry. Harry and Meghan recently pitched an idea to Netflix expressing their desire to create a similar show to Emily in Paris, but with a male lead. However, Netflix, being the producers of Emily in Paris, was not convinced that Harry and Meghan had the expertise to replicate its success. While the streaming giant may have been eagerly awaiting their pitch, the couple's idea fell flat, leaving Netflix to question why they had signed a $100 million deal with them in the first place. The lackluster pitch reflects Meghan's incompetence in the entertainment industry, as she appeared to have no original ideas or execution plans. Many believe that Harry simply followed her lead in this venture. Executives at Netflix expressed their frustration in the lack of output from Archewell, the couple's production company. Despite the success of their documentaries, which focused on Harry and Meghan themselves, Netflix expected more from their partnership. One of the ongoing Archewell projects is a documentary series on the Invictus Games, a tournament founded by Harry for wounded veterans. Additionally, the couple is developing a TV show called Bad Manners based on a Charles Dickens character, but its future with Netflix remains uncertain. Comparisons were made between Harry and Meghan's lackluster productivity and that of the Obamas, who've produced successful content through their Higher Ground production company. The Obamas' projects include movies like Leave the World Behind and Fatherhood, as well as the child-oriented show Waffles and Mochi. In contrast, Harry and Meghan struggled to deliver meaningful content, leaving Netflix disappointed with the results of their deal. Meghan's media productivity seemed to be concerned more on Spotify as she embarked on a podcasting venture called Archewell Audio. Initially, Spotify assigned a public relations representative to oversee Archewell's work, leading to frustration and delays in conceptualizing podcast ideas. Eventually, a head of audio was hired, and the couple collaborated with Spotify's Gimlet unit to develop podcasting ideas. However, Meghan's podcasting efforts faced criticism due to being overly produced and lacking substance. She often made last-minute demands and changes, even bypassing her producers to approach Spotify executives directly. One incident highlighted Meghan's attempt to secure Taylor Swift as a guest on her podcast. Swift declined the invitation, and the rejection, publicized by the Wall Street Journal, further exposed the limitations of Meghan's podcasting endeavors. Despite Spotify's investment in building a podcast studio at the couple's mansion, Meghan struggled to deliver engaging content. Ultimately, Spotify decided not to renew the partnership with Archewell, citing the difficulty in finding a second season concept that met their expectations. Harry's idea of inviting tyrants and dictators to discuss their childhood traumas was met with disbelief and considered ill-advised. The lack of creativity and a clear focus on their own brand became evident as Harry and Meghan struggled to redefine their niche without relying on their royal connections. While Harry and Meghan hoped that their new partnership with the talent agency WME would bring about new opportunities, the ongoing criticism of their lack of talent, laziness, and incompetence will likely continue to hinder their prospects. Their inability to produce engaging content and attract a significant audience raises doubts about their future in the industry. It's evident that Meghan Markle and Prince Harry's ventures in the entertainment industry have not been successful. Despite generating a lot of publicity and noise, the projects have failed to translate into substantial viewership or engagement, leading to declining audience numbers. This trend has caused concerns for platforms like Spotify, which prioritizes long-term success rather than short-term popularity. One of their projects, a podcast series, experienced a significant drop in viewership after the initial episodes. Although it may have initially attracted attention due to Meghan's involvement, the lack of sustained interest and low conversion rates ultimately led Spotify's decision to not renew it for a second season. The main issue seems that people did not continue listening or engaging with the content beyond the first few minutes, possibly due to perceived issues with Meghan's voice or the overall quality of the production. Furthermore, Meghan and Harry's ambitions extended beyond podcasts. They had plans for various projects, including an animated show called Pearl with Netflix. However, even with their association with the royal family and the fame they gained from their departure from the palace, it did not guarantee success. Netflix ultimately canceled the show as executives believed that children's interest in a program produced by a duchess was not significant enough to justify its continuation. The failure of their ventures can be attributed to a combination of factors. Despite the timing being favorable due to increased content consumption during the COVID-19 pandemic, Meghan and Harry did not seize the opportunity effectively. Their indecisiveness, lack of organization, and inability to formulate a cohesive plan prevented them from capitalizing on the growing streaming market. Additionally, the streaming industry itself experienced a decline, causing companies to consider their strategies and investments in content production. Being a member of the royal family did not guarantee automatic success in the entertainment industry. Companies like Disney and Apple, which prioritize profitability and the ability to deliver content, may not be willing to sign deals with Meghan and Harry based solely on their royal status. The fact that Disney is already struggling to make their streaming service profitable and has other financial considerations, such as the potential purchase of Hulu, further complicates the couple's prospects. And that's all for now. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to smash that like button, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell. Because trust me, you don't want to miss out on the exciting content that's just around the corner. This is your host signing off, wishing you all an awesome day. Stay tuned.